According to a new report, Erika Jayne from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is terrified and several months behind on her rent, allegedly. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So it's been a while since we talked about Erika Jayne, just because I'm like, but there's been so many stories that have come out about Erika Jayne since the filming of the current season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But this new report is alleging that Erika Jayne is so terrified because of all the legal battles that she's battling right now and is behind on her rent. As you know, her Pasadena mansion, did it snow again in Pasadena? Anyways, her Pasadena mansion is up for sale. As you know, there have been several, okay, maybe I'm being dramatic, but there have been quite a few price cuts to sell this mansion, and it's still not sold. But Erika Jayne moved out of that mansion a long time ago, just in time for all the legal woes that are facing her and her estranged husband, Tom Girardi. So as you know, she moved into this 3-bedroom rental, $1.5 million 3-bedroom rental. What do you need 3 bedrooms for? Oh, I forgot. She's using one of them to hold all the wares that were allegedly bought with victims' money. But as you know, there have been multiple lawsuits against Tom Girardi, and Erika Jayne has been named in it because these plaintiffs believe that Erika knew something about what Tom Girardi was doing. But before we get into that, let's get into what the report is saying. They're saying that Erika Jayne reportedly is reaching a breaking point as she continues to face numerous lawsuits as a result of her potential involvement. According to a new report, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star is struggling to make ends meet after being accused of aiding and abetting Tom Girardi in the reported embezzlement of funds meant for the mother of late NFL player Chuck Osborne, Kathleen, who sued the league. According to Life and Style, Erika Jayne is spending every penny that she has to defend herself against these legal battles. The source also said that Erika has allegedly fallen behind on her rent payments after downsizing from her mansion in Pasadena, which is currently on the market for $8.2 million after being listed for $13 million. Don't nobody want to be in that house. I told you, if you do buy it, get a whole lot of sage and take apart that little chapel that she has in there. So as you know, she moved into a smaller rental, that's $1.5 million rental in Hancock Park. So according to the Insider, they said that Erika Jayne, she's fallen behind on rent and is terrified that she'll end up on the street before the whole ordeal is over. I think they're being dramatic. I don't think that she'll end up on the street, but I do believe that she might be having some money troubles. Look, we know Erika Jayne makes a decent penny, not the reported amount of money that came out. I think they said like $600,000. We later found out that no, it was quite over the $1 million mark that Erika Jayne gets paid for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and maybe some alleged money that she's hiding that we don't know about. We know that she's hiding millions of dollars of jewelry and clothing, but not hiding, literally in her closet. But according to this new lawsuit, the former NFL Chuck died in 2012 from repeated head trauma. Tom Girardi and fellow attorney Manuel H. Miller filed a lawsuit against the NFL. However, after Manuel was allegedly cut out of the supposed to have been split settlement, Kathleen was reportedly stiffed as well. Years later, in a $2.1 million complaint against Erika, Kathleen and Manuel have accused Erika Jayne of being in the know about Tom's alleged plan to keep the money owed to them to sustain a, quote, notoriously lavish lifestyle. Sound familiar? This is things that she's been accused of in other lawsuits. So she's dealing with multiple lawsuits at the same time. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. But girl, you lived the lavish lifestyle. You flaunted this lavish lifestyle on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So according to court documents, they say, unknown to plaintiffs, Girardi has already taken their money and breached his and the firm's fiduciary duty to distribute the funds to plaintiffs. As you may recall, Erika, during a recent interview, she was promoting her new hair extensions line, which shout out to Giorgio says on TikTok, where he breaks down, allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, how overpriced Erika Jayne's extensions are.
Okay guys, we're on the site, so I'm just scrolling down, and so let's start here. We're going to search Google for the image. Don't know what's going on here. There it is. Okay, so obviously you see a lot of people are using this image. And then we click. This is one of the links. There's multiple places, but this is a source where you can buy hair extensions. So I'm going to add 20 inches to the cart. I'm going to view my cart. Now it's in Turkish, so she's obviously importing hair from all over the globe, but it looks like mostly Turkey. I'm converting the Turkish currency to USD to see how much it would cost if I wanted to order the same 20 inches of the same bundle, and it's $176.37. So I go back and I'm going to add this 20 inches. I don't care about the color. And then $610. Insane.
That she's pretty much shipping them from a place. And look, we know a lot of businesses do this all the time, where they're charging you a certain amount of money and they're paying a far less price. They do it all the time. However, a lot of people are saying, what? This amount of money for hair extensions, but you're paying this amount? I'll say allegedly. But based on this news story where they're saying that Erika Jayne is having money issues and not able to pay rent, allegedly, it would make sense that she's trying to have multiple businesses. She's back in the dance studio. She's about to launch her music career. And now she's starting another business. And it makes sense to start a business because, first of all, she is having money issues. She doesn't have Tom Girardi, allegedly, helping her anymore. She's also not getting any sort of spousal support. She's not getting anything in regards to this. And allegedly, her sugar daddy, you know, there were those rumors, have cut her off. I remember hearing that story, but I didn't believe it. But now, a couple of months later, we're hearing that she's having money issues. But you may recall Erika said in an interview, she says, "This has been the darkest part of my life, just the most desperate, most afraid I've ever been in my life, most unsure, most volatile. I've been angry, I've been sad, I've been happy, I've been everything, and it's really challenged me to my core." We've seen all of those sides of Erika on the last season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I find it interesting that we're getting this information right now because, as you know, the new season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has just wrapped, and we should be expecting an air date very soon. So don't forget what I always tell you in these videos. These celebrities, these reality stars are manipulating the media just in time for a new season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Wouldn't surprise me that the production company or Bravo are also. Don't be surprised if you see her talking about these particular issues on this new season. Just to kind of throw a wrench into the whole situation. Do I believe that Erika's having money issues? I kind of do on some level, because I do believe that the amount of legal battles that she's battling at the same time and still trying to figure out this divorce, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Her trying to hold on to these gifts that were bought with victims' money, allegedly. I'll keep saying allegedly. Guys, as always, I want to know your thoughts on this. Do you believe that Erika Jayne is having money issues, or do you believe that they're manipulating the media so that she can have even more of a storyline and secure her spot for season 13 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Let's continue that conversation below. And as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.